Hey guys, welcome to another edition of An Engineer's Opinion. This time around I'm going to be talking a little bit about the CES 2016 Innovation Award winners, and I'll be going over the Best of Innovations category. I'll skip through a couple of the ones that aren't that interesting to me, but I'll touch on most of them. So let's switch over to the website here. So you can see I'm on ces.org. And obviously this hasn't happened yet. It's actually in January, but all these items have either released in 2015 or are about to release, so that everybody's had a chance to look at them and just kind of play around with them. So the first one here is a charge dock for the Apple Watch and the iPhone. So what they've done is made a nice little stand here with a lightning connector in the bottom of it that will allow you to place your phone here for charging, and then you can place your little Apple Watch here to charge as well. So this is pretty nice if you'd like to have them displayed nicely on your bedside, which most people probably will. Then they're not just laying there. They're nice and easy to grab in the morning, and they're both charging at the same time. You won't really have to be fumbling with any cables, which is really nice. Next here we have this Deeper Smart Fish Finder. So this is a fish finder that connects to your phone via Wi-Fi, and I think it'll do Bluetooth as well. So it comes with a couple little mounts that let you hang it right over the edge of your boat, or you can cast it out into the water on the little tether so it's farther away from your boat and you get a little better view. I haven't really seen many of these that connect to your phone before, so this is really nice so that you don't have to buy a separate handheld device or have something mounted on your boat permanently. I think these are running about $200, so that's pretty nice if you're just kind of the weekend fisher and you want your own little fish finder, but you don't want to have to buy a bunch of extra equipment. So this is just a diet app. That's not really that interesting. This next one here is a rechargeable battery that actually has a USB-A plug on this end of it in the cap here, so that you can plug it right in and charge it anywhere. You don't have to carry around a special charger, which is really nice because I know I always hate having to find a charger when I'm out, and I use these batteries a lot, but if they die I have to go find the special charger and they take forever. These say they charge pretty fast and they last a long time, and everybody has USB chargers laying around, so that's nice. Moving on, so this is just a backup assistant. That's not really that interesting. Next we have this curved HP Envy all-in-one. So this is your standard all-in-one computer. So all you need is this display itself, and then it comes with a mouse and a keyboard, and you're good to go. It's a QHD, so that's your 2K resolution. That's not your 4K. And I think these run about $850, so it's not too bad for this giant display here. So if you've ever wanted a large screen or a big curved screen, you have a nice and easy solution here to where all you need is this guy and you're good to go, and everything else is wireless. So this next one here is an eyewear wireless headset. So it's got earphones, and then it's also got little projectors. So it looks like you're looking at a 125-inch screen, but it's just a little projector that you're looking at. So it's not a VR device per se. You might be able to, let's say, hack it, and you can use it like a VR. The update rate's probably not the greatest, but if you wanted your own little home theater, is what they're calling it, this is great. You can sit on your couch and just be in your own little world as you're watching something. And next, these are some noise canceling headphones, and they're saying these are innovative because they don't actually need their own battery source. They plug right into the lightning connector on your iPhone and draw the power through there. So that's pretty nice if you need some nice little earbud noise canceling headphones. Next here, this is a 3D printed prosthetic hand. And this is great because the more stuff they 3D print, the cheaper things are going to be and the more accessible everyone, or not everyone, well, everyone's going to have more access to these because you can 3D print them, and 3D printers aren't that expensive, so the whole cost of prosthetics should start to come down. And that's really great. That's what we want to see. These are just some speakers. This Lily camera here is actually a drone that will follow you around, and it looks at the GPS on your phone, and it's got a GPS inside of it, so it can just kind of track you as you go. One of the downsides of this is it doesn't have a obstacle detection system, so you're going to need to be in a nice open area. But if you're like this guy in the picture here where you're snowboarding, that's not going to be really an issue unless you're going through the trees. So just kind of play it safe, go off some jumps, and the camera will keep up with you no problem. Next we have some smart glasses. So these smart glasses are basically an augmented reality device. They don't really have too much info on them, so we'll just kind of have to wait and see how they pan out. Up next here we have a ring-sized wellness computer. So this is a pedometer that's in the size of a ring. There doesn't look to be a screen on it, so it's probably going to have a fairly long battery life, hopefully a couple days, and it's a nice to get it off your wrist to free it up for some other things, if you have free ring fingers, which most people do, and then you can get some nice biometrics through a little ring. Next here is it says it takes a spherical imaging camera. So they don't really have too much info on how it gets this, if it's just a special lens or if the camera spins or something like that. But they're saying they take 360-degree screens surrounding you. So maybe you turn it around or you walk around and it captures it, and you end up with a nice little photosphere, kind of like the Google Photosphere. This guy is just the S6 Edge Plus, which everybody knows about. The Gear S2 is on here because you're actually using the bezel of your watch as a control. So it's like the Nest Smart Thermostat, and nobody's really done this in the watch yet, so they gave it an award. Now this is limited by the Tenzin OS, so that's not really that great for Android users because you're kind of gimped. It'd be similar to using an Android watch with your iPhone, but it's got an app to send it data, so it's not terrible. It's just not the most integrated device with Android, but it does have this neat little control if you have some idea for an app for a watch that needs a bezel control. This next guy here is just a little keyboard that has a bunch of sensors allowing you to use it for music, so as long as it's got some nice software, that'll be really nice for the music making crowd. This next guy here is a light bulb with an integrated mic, so assuming it's got some decent noise canceling and you don't have to yell at it, you'll be able to sit on your couch and control your lights or anything like that. And they're saying you can also hear if glass is breaking or if there's a baby crying, so that'll be pretty nice. A lot of people will be worried about the security of these things, so this will be really geared towards the technologically savvy crowd. This next guy here is a Robotic Bartender, and it's got these little pods, there's 3 on each side, that you have an app, you tell it what's where, and you say I want this drink, and then it'll make it for you. So if you drink lots of complicated drinks like a Long Island, this will mix it up for you. It's not really that useful if you're just drinking like whiskey on the rocks or something, but if you drink complicated drinks and you have lots of parties, this would be a great crowd pleaser. And finally here is this Yoga Tab 3 Pro, and so this is just your standard tablet, but in the handle of it, it actually has a projector that'll do up to a 70-inch screen. So that's really nice, you don't have to carry around 2 devices. You show up with your tablet and then you got a projector, so you can share whatever you're looking at. And that's an engineer's opinion on some of these new CES Innovation Award winners. And if anything else pops up that warrants its own video, I'll go ahead and make one. But for now, that was an engineer's opinion.